What's up, guys? Kenny Chris back with another video, and I was going to say to myself one of the biggest dummy moment of the century, and I was talking about a big dummy moment of the century is the weird people on Discord.
What did he say?
Some of the freaky frogs Discord, some of this weird shit's going on here, but unfortunately, there's some weird ass shit. These niggas is kind of busy in the one thing you know, and I bet the damn thing for sure. Who does this shit? And why do we ask for how we're Discord? Could we have weird shit? Some gooner shit happened? Well, I gotta find what kind of shit we made some of this gooner shot. No diddy. But first of all, this shit is gonna get real. Now I mean real, go figure. Let's go this out. This nigga is really wildin'. But some of the wavy surf web, one of the major video idea. And you don't know how many wavy surf web I've seen on Intercuts react. And Intercuts just saw my daughter, the story of my Instagram stories. And this, how the weird shit's going down. So that's what happened to you? It doesn't happen.
Discord freak ruins your life. Now I know we don't have any of our members in our Discord going this far down the rabbit hole, but it is just a video I thought it would be interesting to check out. Not everybody in the chat saying Hussein.
Of course you didn't know. Our Hold My Nuggets chat has some freaky for allegations. And you don't know why, how all freaky for allegations is this kind of shit what happened here. I am a complete apart for myself. Who would have done that shit someone else good? And you don't know why, how the freaky for allegations, you don't mind. I'm going to show you guys the Hold My Nuggets here on the Discord. So now we're going to check it out real quick. As you can see, this is where all the Discords here on all the people. So let me show you how it's done. So this is where I gotta see. And I want to see all here. This is the one in the Freak Fall tournament right there on the last. This thread was closed on this one. And you're gonna see on this Freak Fall tournament. This is where it all gone too far. And you can see my name was on the 25th, right there on the screen. Chisel was there too, and on the Rumble, that's Football 21, Makai Football 21, Man Fetcher, Robert Jariah was over there, Lil G, Olivia, Chisel, Mr. GH2 was there, CC, Shibuya, who is gonna get his hair done to get his. Do you wash your hair, Shibuya? Please! Please wash your damn hair. I'm begging you to wash your damn hair. I swear to God, bro. Who knows what to say freaking far allegations to have on Discord? I was so over there. I never do some freaky shit. And this, my particular take is going on, is this where shit's going down. I don't know why it's going to happen to me, but brother, you want to see this shit happen.
2022, 26-year-old James Ricky Mead II must have woken up with the worst hangover of his life, because on this day he would declare war against beer itself. James posted in a Discord chat stating that he had plans to, quote, fly a plane into the towers of the Anheuser-Busch plant.
What?
Adding
I'm confused. You want to fly a plane over a beer company?
Tell me I did not just see that.
I mean, what in the world you doing? You going to fire off the beer company to do this shit happens? What in the world is going on? Who the fuck does that shit? Who?
Budweiser plant in question was one local to him, that being the Anheuser-Busch factory located just 11 or so miles north of Columbus, Ohio. This production center was iconic within the local community, notable for its large twin...
Wait, shouldn't we say, see, this is why when I goon, it's off Discord.
We didn't need to know that, Chim. You could have just kept it to yourself, Chim. Chim, just you could have kept that to yourself, bro.
Towers. It appears James Ricky Meade had plans to recreate his own alcoholic version of 9/11. It was a jihad against barley malt and hops. While it's unclear what prompted Mr. Meade's threat against the Anheuser-Busch Towers, the comment was apparently issued in a public Discord community chat for anyone and everyone to see. According to court records, an anonymous woman saw these messages in the Discord and decided to report the threat to authorities. After police picked up on the pissed-off Pilsner plotter, James Ricky Meade II was quickly arrested at his home by members of ATF and was charged with making a terroristic threat, a third-degree felony.
26-year-old James Meade II is accused of making the threat in a group chat on the social media app Discord in December, writing in part, "I hope they got a terrorism insurance plan the day before."
Things only got worse for Osama bin Laden here, as when investigators discovered the man's occupation, they were furious.
Osama bin Laden? Really? Are they dumb? I see the weird Discord niggas decide the fact to go happen. You weird niggas need to relax. Relax. You been all kind of been there and they've seen this shit before? No. Every time you go on a weird Discord, they have a fucked up in the game. Never been this before. Ever say I'm go ahead and fuck with the beer, nigga. You are going ahead and the beer act like an American way. Not because you're all of them. Goddamn here, you don't care what you see, man? Is this nigga's drunk? Or is being dumb? Or maybe that's being stupid? Or that all three? How the fuck do that shit? You really gonna do that? Huh?
He worked in the state military and was allegedly plotting to destroy one of Ohio's most beloved state monuments. What a betrayal! At the time, Mr. Meade's rank was listed as specialist, and his military occupational specialty was air defense battle management system operator. So with this context, you could probably see why prosecutors were throwing the book at this guy. It's within reason to think this dude could get access to a plane and could have the know-how to perpetrate his Anheuser-Busch kamikaze threat. Investigators continued their background check and reportedly found other comments from James which promoted violence against law enforcement, minority groups, and women. Maybe James was mad and wanted to blow up the beer factory because he was drunk when he posted this incriminating shit. You know, he's like, "This is all your fault." It also seems James wasn't alone in his online antics. Bizarrely enough, James Ricky Meade wasn't even the first person in his National Guard unit to get arrested for making threats on Discord.
Ricky! Who does this, man? And you got a partner in crime. Not only that, he got a real partner in crime. So this shit is real on you here. And don't get it twisted, dude. And you gotta have respect. I mean, you gotta have a really fucked up here. Not even that. Not only that, because this is a tired shit. It's a goddamn way. This motherfucker scooped up all the way he's gonna take beer. And you don't know why you get drunk. Some antics like this, man. And you don't care what happened to you in this crime. Do criminal activities on Discord? That's all the old weird shit happening. This is not a big dummy. Weirdest ass shit is going down where I hesitate here. Not me, no, because that's the old guy staying there doing.
24-year-old Thomas Devlin was arrested for allegedly making threats saying that he was going to shoot up a local Jewish school, a school that he was actually working at as a security guard. On Discord, under the alias Patrick Bateman, Thomas would say the following: "I'm at a Jewish school and about to make it everyone's problem. And he said, the playground is about to turn into a self-defense situation. Actual threat, Sam Hyde reference, who's really to say? But when you're in the military and a security guard at a fucking school with children, police don't care one way or the other, you're getting cooked.
Earlier this year, Devlin was indicted after being accused of making anti-Semitic and violent statements online. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the posts happened while he worked private security for the Columbus Torah Academy, a private Jewish school.
Nigga, what? You went to go to Jewish school, go to self-defense, and then bring an AK-47, bring up the chopper, and you're gonna spray all out on the goddamn hair on the Jewish schools? These dumbass niggas decide the fact on Discord, go on to make sure they're going on to a school. How dare you to go in there and shoot all the niggas in the back? Why they gonna learn with this, man? How the hell they doing this with Patrick Bateman and James Ricky Me deciding on weird shit? How the fuck you going on and you didn't see it? How the hell you going on? And I spit myself out there, my goddamn. And I mean, you gotta have a big heart and no generation. Cause the goddamn life you have doing this shit. This shit got no chance at all.
Thomas, like James Meade, also made threats regarding the Budweiser manufacturing facility in Columbus. Looks like both of these guys had beef with Budweiser.
Why?
Yeah, it seems James and Thomas might have actually been friends. Aside from being in the same guardsman unit, they also worked for the same security firm.
Well,
their camaraderie would extend to the courtroom as well. Both men would eventually face sentencing for their alleged threats issued on Discord. James Ricky Meade would plead guilty to making those remarks about wanting to bomb Anheuser-Busch's Twin Towers, and the judge would give him probation with a suspended sentence of 3 years in prison.
Son B, how the fuck you know this? How? Hold on, bro. How?
So basically, he narrowly avoided jail time, and the court is keeping a close eye on his activities. Thomas Devlin, on the other hand, wasn't so fortunate. This guy got hit with some serious time, being sentenced to serve 6 years in prison. This is because it was found that Thomas, on top of Discord threats, was also manufacturing illegal ghost guns.
Now you're drunk, all your friends, now get drunk, get bail, now get drunk, go to jail, now get drunk, go to jail. I don't care what this nigga's thinking, and you know why this happened. Two of them are being shit. Because that's because it's as a real. It's the damn life you got to. You broke ghost guns. You sent him 6 years. James was sentenced on probation. Go to community service and lock your ass up. Lock these both niggas up and don't care what it is. Get him out of here right now.
Discord mod threatens to attack a grocery store.
This morning, a central New York man is charged after police say he threatened to carry out a mass shooting at a top store in the town of Manlius outside of Syracuse.
Meet Zachary Mullen, a 20-year-old New Yorker and rather caricaturesque-looking Discord user. Zachary would find out the hard way that threatening your local community and online chat
I was thinking it. I was like,
Yep.
rooms comes with serious consequences. You see, Zach landed on the radar of law enforcement after posting some extremely concerning messages to a Discord, which appeared to show him detailing a master plan to attack his local Tops grocery store. Location: Tops, Manlius. Date: next week. Expected kills: 1 to 2.
What?
True.
Joking? You gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone at a fucking grocery store? Are you that mother kind of dumbass? Are you that mother apropos whatsoever? This is an ultimate goal of goddamn warfare, goddamn life. And you see this man thing? That nigga is the real a goddamn dumbass. Shit is never gonna goddamn world. And you didn't know about this, man? This nigga Zachary, this man had a worst build I ever seen. The man is never the solid war. I have never seen this a bad situation, my man. How in the world is you think it is? If you don't know what it is, this nigga is really off the fence. If I were correct in this grocery store, you don't know go to grocery stores. This nigga's an asshole. Who does this shit anyway?
In Manlius. Planned date Monday or Friday. Time around 1 or 2 p.m. I can use my dad's shotgun one last time. That's a good way of grieving, right?
Hold up. If you were grieving the pops for grabbing a shotgun one last time, and you didn't got a little bit in time being here, brother, how you are also ashamed yourself. This is an absolutely bullshitter. How dare you do that and say this? Go in the shop and you grabbing your pop shotgun for one at a time for over yourself, grieving yourself, and you did your purpose. I can't believe you did this. I can't believe it. I can't.
Thinking on whether to do a mass murder or becoming a legitimate racist and buying a KKK outfit. One of them would be good. Well, that's one hell of a choice you got to make there, bud. Now, you would think a guy of Zachary's stature would have something of a soft spot for grocery stores, but clearly that wasn't the case.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
He be cooking.
Literally.
You would have thought.
He was apparently out for blood, and no free sample or BOGO deal was going to stop. In the wake of previous tragic mass shooting events that have taken place at markets like this, when these comments were reported, police weren't willing to take any chances with this guy, and they would pay him a visit.
A social media post that threatened to commit a mass shooting at the Tops supermarket in Manlius and suggested racist overtones sent local lawmakers and police into action after someone called the Tops, reporting the threat made on Discord.
Zach was arrested a few days after issuing his comments, and his residence would be investigated for any contraband that could be used to carry out his threats. After obtaining a search warrant, police discovered a shotgun and an additional firearm in the house, though it was later determined that these weapons had been in the family for some time and actually belonged to Zach's father. His dad had recently passed away just days prior, which gave added context to his earlier comments in the Discord chat. You start to get the idea that all of these threats and edgy comments may have been some twisted way of Zach grieving his father's death. You know, perhaps him just blowing off steam in these Discord chats. Zach's attorney would argue this sentiment on behalf of his client, making the case that Zach's father's passing put him in a dark place and that these threats were empty, nothing more than an emotional outburst in response to the loss of his father.
That is no excuse. I'm sorry. But this Timu Bray Wyatt, whoever did this, I don't know what it is happening to you, but now,
to have the same concern, but given the circumstances, some leniency was shown. In the end, Zach was sentenced to serve 1 year of probation. It's understandable to be upset over the passing of a loved one, but any reasonable person should know that threatening innocent grocery store workers and customers with gun violence in a Discord chat isn't the way to go about it.
Speaking of facts, if this is a real-life gun violence or what happened in the Buffalo shooting in 2001, shit got real, man. You know what happened to you. Never forgive you, though. I don't know why. If this nigga just have a bad intention and you have a great handle all big, never forgive you, don't. If you don't have a momentum in society and you don't gotta have a bad day for you. And I'll tell you what, whatever that man was, that DOB riot, it's going to have a community service for you. And a probation and jail time, 1 year community. I mean, I'm saying this, man. You don't care how you felt like it if you don't like what you did. That makes no damn sense.
Dalton Barnhart threatens to kill 7 people in Minecraft, literally.
Man, this is some bullshit!
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This nigga say he gonna kill 7 people in Minecraft. This nigga's gonna kill 7 people. Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here, man!
The youngest offender in this mega comp of Discord dumbasses is 15-year-old Dalton Barnhart, a Discord user and Minecraft player who issued a direct threat of violence to his school and got pulled up on by the police not long after. The whole interaction getting caught in 4K on police body cam. I do want to note that the name Dalton Barnhart was actually a pseudonym, and the name of the kid isn't public information.
I, Dalton Barnhart, vow to bring my father's M15 to school and kill 7 people.
Damn!
Falcon Warrior 920. Who's that? Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Damn.
How did he get to this point?
Why?
One day, while playing in a public Minecraft server, Dalton, who went by the alias Falcon Warrior on both Discord and Minecraft, typed the following to the in-game chat. I, Dalton Barnhart, vow to bring my father's M15 to school and kill 7 people at a minimum. Now, if you look at logs available from where this chat was sourced from, it does appear that Dalton's comment was made with the sole intent of rage baiting in-game. As you can see, some other players call him out after seeing what he did, issuing comments like, bro, don't say that stuff, calling him an edgelord, etc., etc. And Dalton replies with something along the lines of, LOL, why do you care so much? Dalton reportedly went on to issue other threatening messages on Discord, which got the attention of several others in his Minecraft community chat. Edgy jokes or not, Dalton's comments and associated Discord were reported to authorities. This resulted in police showing up to the 15-year-old's house and confronting him with the messages that he had made in Minecraft.
Why would you say that? Why the hell do you say that? Are you that mother of a dumbass? Are you making a threat on Discord? And you make a threat on Minecraft? Really? Really? Lock this nigga up, man. Lock this nigga up. This man ain't gonna get. This man gonna be coming out next. Detroit. Over the power train.
I, Dalton Barnhart, vow to bring my father's M15 to school and 7 people. And Falcon Warrior 920. Who's that? Yeah. Go ahead and turn around. Put your hands on your back.
I like how they. Who's that? That's you? Go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Turn around. Turn around. Go ahead. Let's get this over with. Come on. Come on. We're not gonna play these games with you.
I like how he just. All right, go ahead. Turn around. Put your hand behind your back. You're going to jail. You have the right to remain silent.
Absolutely.
Anything you do can and will be used against you in the court of law.
And
This is case principle 7, and you are further on arrest for blaming a mass shooting and for the fourth act of terror. I am a force of the forceless of a Plan Possum podcast Discord. I am the force of forceless of a Hold My Nugget Studio. And you know who else I'm a force of forceless? It's your authority who's gonna make authority out of yours and flashlight yourself of the gooners and yourself. And I'm in a phone call to Detroit over the power train.
Currently for making a threat to cause a mass shooting / act of terrorism.
Cause a mass shooting?
Yes. You made a statement, a written threat to plan or to carry out a mass shooting.
But he's just a little kid playing a video game.
And all these kids keep getting arrested. And that's why the FBI and the local law enforcement is spending so much time. Because how do we know he's not going to be the kid from Parkland? He's not going to be the next kid, the kid that shot up. We don't know that.
These games, these kids say stuff like that all the time. It is a joke to them. It's a game. It's so wrong, but it's just a comment. So how is there
There's a Florida state statute that says you cannot make a written threat to cause a mass shooting, act, or kill or harm anybody else. So he'll be going to DJJ.
What's that?
The juvenile jail. We're going to go from there. The charge is a felony or an act of terror.
Little boy! He can't do anything wrong. Yes,
Wow.
See what I mean? That he was idiot. Making threats on my track. And you go on a mass shooting in Florida State? What kind of dumbass are you doing? You make your dumb decision. And it was you who had a goddamn life. Anywho, you are biggest dummy of the century. You are a type of Karen, a dumbass that you are.
He's still a little boy, and he's not one of the crazy people out there doing stuff.
Well, what he did, what he did.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be treated as though he is a terrorist or something because he made a silly statement on a stupid video game.
You have a gun?
I have a gun, yes.
Okay, so he has hands and feet. He can grab your gun and go do something.
He would never do anything like that anyway.
We don't know. We don't know.
We don't know.
No, but I know.
He made the charge. He's going to face the consequences.
Yep. 15-year-old Dalton Barnhart was arrested and taken into custody for his threat issued literally in Minecraft. As far as I know, I don't think Dalton actually faced any serious legal consequences because of, well, you know, his age.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain he was shown some lenience here. Maybe a slap on the wrist, if you will. But one thing's for sure, police are no longer standing idly by when online threats are being issued. There have been so many school shootings in past years, it would honestly be negligent for them to do so.
Yeah, we don't pay shit around here. You're not paying shit with guns or the mass shooter on schools. In our work, you don't take this. I don't like playing more like I do, because I don't got no mental inside of me of a mind stuff. My mind is on your own, and you don't know when it happened to you. It's going to happen to everyone else. Not because of they would be on this. It's completely off mark. I would ever try that shit on my track ever again on the threat. That will never happen to me ever again.
Discord e-girl confesses to stealing Nancy Pelosi's hard drives. Meet Riley Williams, a January 6th rioter who allegedly managed to get her hands on a highly coveted piece of technology while inside the Capitol building. Nancy Pelosi's laptop hard drives. Just think of all the insider trading knowledge stored on that thing. You could become a millionaire with the information in those drives.
Riley June Williams was arraigned on Wednesday. The FBI said the 22-year-old had plans to sell the laptop to Russia's intelligence agency.
Riley allegedly snatched the hard drives from Nancy's office during the January 6th chaos and escaped without getting detained by police. After making it home, Riley would allegedly take to Discord to announce the spoils of her trip.
Why would you do that?
Wait, no, what's the Discord? Because the Discord she's sharing that in clearly is the Discord that needs to be found out.
Why would you even share that? It's like niggas don't watch spy movies or nothing. Bro. You're an idiot.
To the Capitol. Quote, I stole shit from Nancy Pelosi. I don't care. I took Nancy Pelosi's hard drives. I don't care. Kill me.
You mean tell me you're going to steal this woman's laptop off the books? What?
I know some of you are looking looking at this girl and are like, I can fix her, but trust me, you can't. You want to stay far away. Apparently, Riley was a bit of an attention goblin online. When she wasn't posting about having Nancy Pelosi's hard drive, she was performing full-on cam shows in her underwear for like 6 dudes in Discord video calls.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Y'all are some
sickos, bro.
Oh my God. Hey,
look at the pictures there. They got all of them got their cameras
off.
Of course they do.
Sick. Just sick.
Riley was eventually arrested.
Well, we have an update on a mid-state woman who took part in a January 6th riot. Riley Williams was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Williams was convicted of interfering with law enforcement and resisting or impeding law enforcement officers. She was not convicted of stealing Nancy Pelosi's laptop, which has yet to be found.
In 2023, Riley was sentenced to serve 3 years in prison for her involvement in the Capitol riots. However, I actually believe Riley may now be out of prison as Trump pardoned most people sentenced for January 6 related crimes, so I don't see why that pardon wouldn't apply to her. So if any of you guys are in the market for a Discord kitten, she's out of the kennel. Now's your chance, bro. Go ahead.
She's out
I'm sure it'll end well for you.
So this is January 6th. These are the hostages. Approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
Yes.
God. Oh my God. If this is a real life idea, you don't know what will happen to you. And this
away. This is Nathaniel Burkett. At the time of this story taking place, Nate was a 17-year-old high school student who essentially spent every waking hour of his life not at school playing video games and shitposting in Discord servers. The kid is your classic attention-seeking server menace, and throughout his decorated career of Discord degeneracy, he's issued many threats, essentially LARPing as a psycho serial killer. Let's peruse through this 17-year-old's post history, shall we? Under the usernames Worthless Scum and Demon Slayer 7777.
What did he say? On a type of feeling, and you don't know what happened to you? This is insanity. You play video games on an angry Discord. When this kid made themselves angry on Discord, and you're on the type of feeling here. And what kind of David you is? Have you no shame on the big thing that you would be? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This kid is a bad intentional for you, and you don't have a goddamn life. This is exactly what it is.
Many bad guys will die. I'm going to stab so many people and make them hurt. I get pretty happy when I imagine myself being a villain and going on a mass murdering spree, like in a movie, as fucked up as it sounds. Ha 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 ha. I want so many people to die by my hand and then play with their guts while they are still alive. Nobody understands me, but they will understand how dead they will be in a minute. Then sometimes Nathaniel would show a more reflective and melancholic side, issuing classics to the chat such as this. At this point, I've given up and there's nothing left for me but anger and depression and suicide. I feel like if I ever took over the world, every person that treated me like shit, I would take them and make them suffer and make them have a slow death. And I would enjoy every single minute of it. Okay, that wasn't actually very melancholic at all. It was equally as insane and disturbing as the prior messages. Now keep in mind, all of this psycho serial killer I'ma play with your guts murder talk is coming from a guy that looks like this. Bro is literally built like an after-school chess club captain. While we're on the topic of appearance, I'd like to bring up the fact that Nate often posted his insane Discord ramblings using the avatar of Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. Jack is the lead villain from that game. The character is sadistically evil and takes pleasure in murdering thousands throughout the course of it. You can see why Nate would use the avatar. He wanted to be like Jack. handsome, and murderous.
I never heard play Borderlands. I never played Borderlands in an entire game. Because this shit is so massive good game and kind of fun. I've been at a poll. The guy who knows about this, man, hell, it is what it is. If this guy was seen before, hey, it as a matter of fact, you have a job for you the most serious, and but this one happened. It was a apropos on a Discord kid who would make him angry. That guy who ever seen this is a mass attractive. Damn, every time you see this, never forgive you don't.
Before, but every time I did, I got so confident, so happy, I felt so good, and I do feel great just to have it ripped away by somebody who is either a dick to me, broke up with me, makes fun of me, etc. And at this point, I've given up, and there's nothing left for me but anger, depression, and suicide. I hate to sound dark, but sometimes with this whole Hyperion thing, I feel if I ever took over the world, every person that treated me like shit, I would take them and make them suffer and make them have a slow death. And I would enjoy every single minute of it. That's why I hide myself behind Handsome Jack, because at this point, that's all I really feel like. A handsome Jack, being betrayed by everyone and being wronged by everyone over and over again till it drives me insane. And right now, I got nothing that makes me happier right now but death. Or to make those assholes suffer. That's all I got right now. Eventually, the brooding and online talk from this quirked up kid would get him in trouble. Some of Nate's messages, specifically the ones claiming he would enact violence, would be reported by members in the Discord server he was in. And authorities found them worrying enough to open up an investigation into discovering who Nate was and where he lived. They eventually found success in this venture thanks to Steam, of all places, who, after receiving a subpoena, Valve handed over Nate's IP to them and thus his location.
He couldn't get through to her.
Huh? What's that jerk's problem?
That's where we found that nigga, and he was a bad kid who saw it. Valve saw it happen, and then because of this kid that he is, and he's a mad kid himself. This young man who is a saggy what to talk about. If it wasn't for Steam, for found this kid could get arrested for life. And this trigger violence, hell, it wasn't happening for you or anybody else.
Of work. They said we need a subpoena. It was 4 days. 4 days until they responded to us.
Damn.
Despite us sending the subpoena and saying we've got someone who's talking about mass murder.
Yeah.
It took them 4 days.
Why the hell did it take 4 days?
So here's what I'd like to ask Steam and Valve. If he'd have been threatening to come into your business and shoot up everybody, would it have taken you 4 days?
Heck no.
To have provided that data to your local law enforcement agency so we could identify
him? Not at all.
That's part of the problem we have.
The officer would reveal that before these threats were reported, Nate's church had actually kicked him out and banned him from ever coming back. Presumably
kicked out of church, fam.
Bro, I want you to
what are you doing that much that you get kicked out of church?
I want you to understand, you have to be heavily deranged to get kicked out of the Lord's house.
You taking this nigga out of the church? And you do this? I don't know how this. You are respected to the Lord, and you're the God's work, and the Lord has respect for you. Jesus will never give a what happened. If Jesus was alive, you would have never get the Lord's church playing video games, and you would have kicked out the church. You make Jesus. You make freaking threat.
What? How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Along the way, we also determined that a church in Illinois had said, hey, don't come back to our church because of his outrageous comments.
The best part about this briefing is when the officer makes a statement to thank the gamers.
But I want to start by thanking the gamers, the moderator, who said, whoa, this is dangerous.
Yeah. Nate certainly was pretty gnarly in his threats, but our next Discord degenerate definitely takes the cake when it comes to specifics. I need to get more serious here. Discord homophobe says he's going to kill exactly 100 gay people.
Pull over. Pull over.
It's not the gayness. It's not the gayness.
This. It's a photo of a modified AR-15 style rifle. Along with it, an extremely concerning caption.
Yeah.
600 West College Avenue, Tallahassee, Florida, 32306. At December 17th,
nigga specific as heck.
100 will die. See you there. It's a specific threat to say the least. And with an apparent attack against FSU's gay community just 4 days out, users who found the post reported it to Discord and the police, hoping to thwart whoever was behind it. Fortunately for the college, though, the individual who issued this threat had an IQ lower than the amount of gay people he was threatening to kill. Bloodstained Sand, in all of his vast wisdom, had registered his Discord account under an email that featured, you guessed it, his full name.
Oh, wow. Got him. We got him, boys. We got him. That's all right. Lock him up. Get him out of here.
Oh, my God.
Get him out of here, bro. Get him out. Get him out. FBI, open up. Yep.
This nigga's an absolute lunatic. You go at 100 people on a goddamn daily basis? Who does this shit anyway?
Albert. The FBI later got a hold of his IP and correctly identified Albert as a 19-year-old college student attending Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. Before attempting to make an arrest, investigators dug up everything they could in regard to Sean's history as Bloodstained Sand on Discord. In this venture, they found a slew of sus comments, racist, and homophobic remarks such as these. Kill all joggers. Which, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
A genocide on needs to happen, not even a question. And when someone
get him out of here.
This guys, they target term for black people? I don't get it. Who the hell? You determined to kill all joggers who determined for black people? This man thinks he's back on black crime, and you don't know what happened to you? This is the freaky shit out of Manson. This is the weird shit on Discord. And you let this nigga happen? Come on, son.
Thinking we could watch the game, but all right, you do you, bro. In the wake of his threat against the university, the FBI learned that this ornery fellow would be traveling to the Orlando International Airport. And it's there that they would pay him a visit.
Good.
At the airport, the feds detained and interrogated Sean. It's reported they initially offered him 3 guesses as to why they were speaking with him, which would lead to him admitting to publishing, quote, an online post that may be perceived as a mass shooting threat, unquote.
Maybe.
Yeah, you see, Albert claimed that the very specific threat with date, time, address, method of violence, it was all just a joke, meant to be ironic and satirical. As a matter of fact, he didn't think it was illegal. Come on, guys, you don't think this is funny?
Right.
You're telling me that if I specifically say I'm gonna kill 100 gay people at 6 o'clock on a Friday, I can't do that? Literally 1984. Now, in fairness to Mr. Albert, officials later determined the gun image and the gun shown in it wasn't actually his. It was a photo that he had taken off of a Reddit post.
You're going to arrest Dick and you're going to attempted mass murder on 100 LGBTQ nations. Because you know what happened to you, man? Ever since you were that mother type of dumbass in a dumbass decision, that shit will never happen to you or anyone else. Niggas that's been claiming themselves on whatsoever. How many times I tell you, never who gives a damn whoever works here. So that makes sense. You are dumbass decision man, and you're gonna get a type of guns and a type of AK-47. You gonna get top M16s? No, people that got jobs. Niggas don't give a damn who they are, and don't give it a sense of at their humanity. Well, we need Jesus.
Preliminary hearing and would be detained for months before eventually pleading guilty to making threats in interstate commerce.
He detained! He admitted! He admitted! He detained and arrested for good! And now he just admitted for good! He's good!
Students who once fundraised money to save her life. In 2022, Trinity Shockley, a Mooresville, Indiana high school student, was tragically hit by a drunk driver.
We have an update on the case of a Mooresville high school student hit by a suspected drunk driver while walking to her bus stop on Tuesday morning. 15-year-old Trinity Shockley is still in the hospital, according to her family. She's suffering from multiple broken bones, her femur, her arm, and a fractured vertebrae and skull. She's also bleeding in the brain in 2 places and may need surgery for her ACL.
Oh wow, I'm truly sorry what happened. I mean, it was that kind of a mistake. It wasn't that was about the intentional. And for all worth it did not happen to you, but after the car crash, I didn't see what happened. But shit, it wasn't that much time being. But that's what I say sometimes. But
Aunt describes her as spunky and outgoing with a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
She also tells us she's close to her father, Tim, who is a veteran.
The teenager suffered multiple life-threatening injuries, and the drunk driver broke several of her bones in the collision. While the drunk driver would be apprehended and jailed, Trinity was left in rough condition and had a staggering amount of medical bills to reconcile. That's where her community and fellow students stepped in, together raising over $25,000 for Trinity's recovery. Thankfully, with the help of all involved, she would recover, and this seemed like the end of the affair. A feel-good story involving a tight-knit community standing up for a young person in need.
Mooresville students and staff coming together tonight to help Trinity Shockley. She's the high school student who was injured when a car hit her at a bus stop. Mooresville High School shared these photos with us tonight. They exceeded their fundraising goal of $25,000, so Mr. Love got a buzz cut and looks good there. The high school was not the only group donating money for Trinity's medical expenses. The advanced physical condition classes at Paul Hadley Middle School in Mooresville also got involved by raising $7,600 for her medical expenses through their Lift-a-thon.
I ain't gonna lie, that'd be awesome. $25,000 for donations? And you gotta be a good testimony for. And yeah, and guess what I did? You gotta be a most caring ass I ever seen. But sadly, I wanna hear what happens next.
Sadly, it seems this gesture of goodwill was lost on Trinity, as in the shadows, she was secretly studying and becoming fixated on violent school shooters, and would confess to wanting to commit her own, at the very school that helped her out, no less. Sometime after recovering from the whole drunk driver debacle, on Discord, Trinity confessed to a user going by the name TCC Mama that she was on the verge of shooting up her school, the very school that raised money for her medical situation. She claimed that she would use an AR-15, calling her plot Parkland Part 2.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm gonna shock too. Look at Ross' face when I see it. Did this nigga say Parkland Part 2?
And that she would use an AR-15, calling her plot Parkland Part 2 and revealed to
Are you got joking with me on an entire bitching thing? You were bitching and moaning on a $25 store for Parkland Part 2? And what are you on? Discord? Again? Who does this shit anyway? This kind of dumbass is it? How do you know it's Parkland Part 2? How? This is a weird ass world. I mean, this is actually weird.
she had been planning it for about a year. Trinity apparently had an obsession with Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland shooter who killed 17 students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School back in 2018. Her admiration for this vile figure was blatant. She reportedly wore a heart-shaped locket with Cruz's picture in it and scribbled love notes and notebooks fantasizing of a life with a convicted mass murderer. And Trinity didn't stop at words and written threats. She had photos too. The girl showed off 10 Magpul AR-15 magazines to another Discord user who went by the name Sasha and reportedly bragged about buying a bulletproof vest. Her plan was specific. She was going to strike during lunch for the most victims, and she said that her best friend would be the first target. This best friend is unnamed in the chats. What? Again, all of this anger towards the community that helps her.
Authorities got a tip that Trinity Shockley had been planning the attack for a year. They say she had access to an AR-15 and a bulletproof vest. Also, she idolized mass shooters like the Parkland gunman.
Sorry, but I'm just Sophia.
The pictures in her room they look like family photographs, like you would put of your kids, but they were all people that had committed mass shootings.
And you always hear people talk about.
Oh yeah, she was
messed up.
Something
that's crazy.
I have no intentional word out of my mouth. If this is a case of a criminal intentionally charge, you have the audacity to use me as a go-home front. That's a damn lie to be wasted. How in the world are you going to do this? This is so messed up. And for what reason? I don't know what it is.
And it seemed like she was serious, bro. When you start posting,
she definitely got a hint. You stupid.
Posting the mass shooter pictures all over your wall and fantasizing and getting weaponry and yeah, bro. I'm glad someone reported that because that's not something to play with. That's creepy. Where are the parents? Why the parents ain't in here?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, what's going on up in here? Unless they got one of them "you don't go in my room" type relationships.
I don't give a fuck. What the hell is this?
That's how some parents got to roll, bro. Sometimes they're not allowed.
Are you paying any bills here? Then no.
Bro.
No.
Open the parenthood. Leave that door open.
What the fuck?
I want to see what's going on in here.
Who is this nigga? Why is he on your wall?
Yeah, it's up.
A Gen Z this, Gen Z that, but bro, I mean, someone would eventually catch wind of these threats and tipped off the Sandy Hook Promise anonymous reporting system, sharing Trinity's posts with the AR-15, bulletproof vest, and cruise fixation, along with the screenshots of the Parkland Part 2 claim. The FBI traced Trinity's Discord back to her home address, and local police swooped in with a warrant. Inside, they found a photo collage consisting of school shooters, including some of Nicholas Cruz, and various notebooks as well with who knows what. At first, Trinity called it a big joke, an ironic fixation, But she later cracked under questioning, admitting to actually having a lunchtime murder plot in the works, scheduled for Valentine's Day, no less. Trinity was charged with conspiracy to commit murder and terrorism-related counts. Then she was locked up in Morgan County Jail without bond. She is currently awaiting further proceedings, and her fate remains in the hands of the court.
Now you getting drunk. Fuck with your friends. Now you getting drunk. Get expelled. Now you getting drunk. Get expelled. Now you getting drunk. Get expelled.
That's it. Lock her ass down. Because she get expelled. And here's the crazy part. When you want to see, it will raise your damn eyebrows like the Rock used to say raise damn eyebrows in here. But you don't know what it is. This is going to shock your eyes out. When will we see this happen?
The arrest of I Rape Kids 666. Yes, that was actually the guy's username. And you'll never guess what he's in trouble for. William John Scott Tulco Jr. was an avid player of the game World War Z and garnered a notorious reputation for being a toxic player. Of course. Why? Well, aside from griefing other players, he often went by the username I Rape Kids 666 on the World.
No. Ho. Did this man a username?
Next user drew attention to himself off username alone. The arrest of I Rape Kids 666.
Fuck out of here!
Yo! What the fuck? Nah, this nigga's. What the fuck is you doing, bro? What the fuck is you doing, bro?
William John Scott Tulco Jr. was an avid player of the game World War Z and garnered a notorious reputation for being a toxic player. Of course. Why? Well, aside from griefing other players, he often went by the username I Rape Kids 666 on the World War Z Discord server and would frequently set his status to Discord as child porn as the game that he was playing. Naturally, this was concerning to other DayZ Discord community members. What? People would start taking and posting screenshots of I Rape Kids 666's disgusting antics to Reddit. And these images showcasing his vile conduct circulated around the site as people discussed horror stories of their interaction.
This is why we don't play that shit in our Discord. As soon as we find you go. We banning you, I be banning you, you gone, bro.
This is a real dude. I put a comment in the subreddit, but something seriously is wrong with him. Was rude to a fellow gamer, called me the N-word right off the bat. Called me a snowflake, told me he carries everyone, and then told me to kill myself. This person is infamous in the World War Z community. He kills his own teammates, then leaves like a pathetic coward. I have unfortunately had the unlucky opportunity of being matchmaked with him. I think I found his profile on Xbox. Def seems like an edgelord cuck. He pretends to be Siberian too, then argues he's super good as gunslinger, but all he does is playing Vanguard and team killing. The satanic stuff alone and stuff is huge repulsive. I blocked an alt account with kids inside. Not sure what it is, but whatever. Hey, don't lump us Satanists in with this sack of garbage. We hate people.
Somebody that's a Satanist said, don't lump us with this sack of garbage. That is a top tier. Wow.
We gotta say this though, and you have a damn obsolete loot like this, brother. Every single had a username on a game producer. This nigga is making a threat out of him. Hey yo! Somebody do something about this. Is this a bad day for this nigga here? Hey, karma, bitch.
Like this just as much as everyone else, and our tenets explicitly forbid causing harm or violating another person's autonomy. Yeah, not even the Satanists were backing this guy. You know he's an evil motherfucker. Now, while these anecdotes thus far have been sharing creepy and unsettling experiences with this guy, a follow-up comment by a user named ExoBritneyC would suggest police needed to get involved. At this point, someone needs to call the cops. He has a picture of a little girl with money all over her. I will contact my sheriff's office tomorrow afternoon and see what can be done and what steps to take. Actually, I would probably contact Discord first and then call my sheriff's office to ask them what I can do about this person and the fact Discord could allow light CP for profile pictures. I reported him to the authorities. Probably all I should say other than people need to report him too, if you individuals want the problem to be dealt with.
You going jail now, sir. William, you going jail, nigga. Where are the kids? Is this the case? You don't know what you're gonna do? You let me go on the mark. This is insane, bro. This is absolutely insane.
Generally, you would expect the Reddit reply to not yield much when it comes to getting charges to stick. But in this case, authorities were actually able to track down iRapeKid666 and unmask him as William John Scott Tulco Jr. And what do you know, this guy had a bunch of CSAM in his possession. William was later charged with 10 counts, including possession and 2 related to distribution of CP. Hopefully this dirtbag spends over a decade in prison and is on the registry.
Hey.
Oh, no, bro. Get him out of here.
Have him right next to Jared, and they can have foot-long sandwiches together. Get him out of here.
No. This guy had a completely off guard. Mess with the kids? Are you joking? Playing World War C? Really? And you let these guys go over, and what F gonna do? You let this guy do something else. Hang out with Jared right now or go into this time. William, you go into jail with your upper bombs in a street. And you been go over play World War C and you the name on the Weirdos.
This is Jack Teixeira, 21 years old at the time of this story taking place. Jack was very much online and spent a good deal of time gaming, playing Halo and Call of Duty with friends that he had made on Discord, under the name Jack the Dripper. His interest in Call of Duty in particular isn't surprising, as the young man comes from a family with a military background.
Jack the Dripper? What do you mean, Jack the Dripper? What do you mean by that, sir?
That Jack himself would take, as he joined the Massachusetts National Guard immediately upon graduating high school. Within the first few years of serving at the 102nd Intelligence Wing at Otis Air National Guard Base, Jack served as an airman first class and was on the fast track to even higher positions. Even with this career, his online life continued, and Jack would meet many like-minded people through his gaming misadventures and also just in random corners of the internet. Teixeira was raised in a Catholic household and was right-leaning in his beliefs, especially when it came to gun control. Many of those he bonded with held similar outlooks while sharing the same ties to gaming culture. Which leads us to a Discord server created by Jack and his associates made to discuss their shared interests. In October of 2022, Jack and his friends would create a now infamous Discord server known as Thug Shaker Central, the bizarre name having its roots in a dance move performed in homosexual pornography.
Look at your man. Look at your man right here. I want you to know what you do. Look at your man right here. Look. Come get your man here. Come get your man here. God. You silly old lips. Really? Are you that much? No, I'm not you shouldn't have opened up anyway. But still, how the hell Jack the Dripper, who brought up a thug shape? That makes no sense. It makes sense.
However, despite the name, the server wasn't full of gay porn. Rather, it was a place of cantankerous online antics engaged in by Jack and his crew. Thug Shaker Central has been described by the media in quotes such as a place where Jack shared his love for guns and memes and video games, unquote. More specifically, though, Thug Shaker Central was a hub for leaking confidential government documents. See, Jack was using Thug Shaker Central as a repository to post military documents stolen using his clearance on base.
What the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh no. Like, bro, they gonna find out. They're gonna know.
But what kind of stuff is that though? Like,
why would you're
putting confidential documents about the Pentagon from the Pentagon on Discord in the group, not knowing who's who from where? Oh, they I thought they have like severe. You get the, you know.
Well, we about to find out.
Stuff. All right, yeah.
We're about to find out what happened to him.
Jack would use his clearance to access and take photos of various high security documents and leak them to this community of friends for seemingly no other reason than to impress them. For the next 4 months, starting in October, he would publicize 300 different files that were originally intended for military leaders to make informed decisions on future strategies regarding the Ukraine war. Some focused on plans for the Ukrainian military and exposing operational vulnerabilities, and other things that could especially be harmful if they fell into Russian hands. From what's known, Thug Shaker Central had at least 24 active members, and yet for the time being, none of them mirrored these documents elsewhere online. This would change when in late February, one of the other members went rogue and posted some of the documents into a Minecraft Discord server called Minecraft Earth Map. From here, they were visible to thousands of people and soon got shared further and further and eventually were uploaded onto a Russian Telegram channel about a month later.
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police!
Here, he was promptly arrested by the FBI on April 13th of 2023. Next to his bed, they apparently found a stockpile of weapons, including handguns, shotguns, and an AK-style rifle. Upon being taken in, he was charged with violating the Espionage Act, as well as removal and retention of classified documents without authorization, and he faced a
This man is insane! Are they the kind of dumbass they want? Really? Is this Jack? What kind of shit is this? What kind of dumbass is that? Really? Really? I mean, really? How many times I've been saying this? Stop making all this freaking shit on the gooner side. We see many gooners up here. That shit is insanity. How many times you say this? You've been on a gooner shit, on a bad reason, on a video game?
maximum sentence of 10 years in prison for the first charge, an additional 5 for the second. During the court proceedings, many shocking things about Teixeira were discovered, such as the fact that he had made several threatening remarks online towards multiple minority groups, and in one instance, these remarks led to a suspension at school that prevented him from getting a gun license prior to joining the National Guard.
Of course.
On June 15th, he was formally indicted and held without the possibility for bail after being considered a flight risk and a danger to society due to the information he could potentially still spread, as well as possible violent acts that he may seek to commit given his history. 6 days later, he chose to plead not guilty. In 2024, Jack was found guilty and sentenced to serve 15 years in prison for his involvement in the Thug Shaker Central debacle.
Stupid.
Was it worth it? Thug Shaker Central is quite a name for a Discord community, but crimes have occurred in far less suspecting servers. The Pokemon Go Discord server shooter.
What?
You might be surprised to find that places as innocuous as a Pokemon Go Discord server aren't immune to people issuing death threats. In 2023, a Pokemon Go player using the pseudonym Paul Allen, yet another American Psycho reference in today's video, Jesus. Well, he would issue a direct threat in the chat. I, Dominic Valentine, vow to shoot up Loggers Run Middle School on Monday morning. Gonna shoot 6 students. While the reason for the threat being issued is unclear, this YouTuber believes that the individual may have gotten pissed off after losing a high-stakes Pokemon battle, and he just lashed out. The threat was instantly reported by several users, which eventually led to police identifying and arresting the issuer. That being a 22-year-old Florida man named Fernando Gate.
I think I'll go first on your dick. Don't get you in the chat. You got motherfucking roadblocks. You got bags on Washington, helicopters on the side here. Come on, first call to put these murders on the daily breed. I need to get the ass here. I need somebody to get the job done. But we go crazy. You sir, let's be here. And the person warned me here to see this shit what happened last week. And my opinion, really the goddamn election. Unbelievable. You sir, I'm proud of you here. Let's finish up what happened for the big dummy.
Detained by police, Fernando admitted to making the threat. The man's father, who he apparently lived with, claimed his son would have no way to follow through with such a promise, as firearms in the homes were secured in a safe. But police weren't taking any chances with the guy, and he had to Pokemon Go to jail. While in custody, the man's explanation for issuing the threat was that he was, quote, very angry. Fernando was booked into the Palm County jail, and a judge set his bond at $1 million. He was ordered to not have any contact with the school that he threatened and was forbidden from using the internet for a while.
Crazy, for real, bro. Like, all the sickos and people out here that do things like that or think that's funny to post certain things like that online, you need to go to jail. You need to get exactly what's owed to you. Because, bro, that's not funny. Especially when people have already suffered from these things happening in real life. And you just never know when something like that would happen or could happen. So to play like that online, yeah, you definitely deserve to get packed up. For real.
Oh, no, facts, man. Hey,
I'll make an example out of him.
You know what? It's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. If you get laugh, I'm blocking you comments. I'm blocking you every fucking comment you have. If you laugh at me, I'm blocking you. If you laugh at me, if you make it grab me, I'm blocking you. You don't know what happened. It's not funny. It's not cool. It's not well. You and your Discord Weirdos, all because of that mother aspect of the goddamn life that you put here, you ask me, you're a victim. You're actually a victim. And you can't make that happen. It's not funny. It's not cool for you been on a shoot-up threats. And then because of this, I wrote the book. I wrote the book on Anthony Lane and Corey Harris. I wrote for the flu, 10 prisoners on the New Orleans escapees on a top here. And of course, so clout chasing bitches. And where this card on a make a threat on every single life, you got bitch. Again. And until the end of the day, I need you to stand up for yourself. Hear your heart out here. And for me to you, for everybody else doing this story, I know one day you'll be here for Home My Nugget Studios. We're here every day of the world.
Put your motherfucking head back down!
You got Johnny with your ass again. Because you, James, and the other Weirdos Discord, Corey Harris, Anthony Lane, and of course, Orlando Brown, and of course, the Island Boys, Keon Trump, Brian Blue, Lynn Phillips, and what else is name? Tiana Trump, and what? The Gooners here on the stupid shit like this, the clout chasing bitches, and of course, you don't know, is in the business. Get you at this. I feel bad for Trick Daddy. And going Toy Martinez as Steve Smith's wife and his ex-wife and Steve Smith all in the part of the fall. You all gonna get your ass wet.
Get them all the fuck up out of here. Chris Solo! Nick freaking Gage!
Send Hook!
You're gonna have to die.
He's not gonna do what I think, is he? Oh no, come on. 16-foot. Arms are clasped. Look at him ready. I can't believe it. Off the ground. Is he? Whoa, he did. Yes, he is.
We gonna call in our special reinforcements, Steve.
They're Stone Cold. Or is he not?
Send them to the Undertaker.
Hell, boys! You will go one-on-one with the Undertaker. It's going up for a right toss.
That's it. I gotta say, dang. Not only Steve Austin, not only Chris Benoit, and the others. That's one man I got called for the big dummy moment of the century. Yeah. Booker, take it up in the shower room and get rid of them now!
Yes, Booker T's beating up everybody in the ring. Boom! Booker T's just got on the big shot jaw. Boom! Green up. Booker T's pulling Green up right now. He's going to hit him with that big crunch kick. Oh! Booker T just caught Green with that big crunch kick. What the hell is going on? There's a lot of mayhem out here. Pete is down. He's dogging him. He's got a big kick set up. Where he's going to catch him at. He's going to get...
Well, it looks like the main event mafia continues.
Booker T's the man.
In the Impact.
What the hell?
Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
Some of them going to sleep for good.
Be that way, you big dummy.
You big dummy.
Big dummy? Big dummy.
You big dummy!
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true! So just do it!
Please! Please!